What are the easiest languages to learn? I'll explain. So, my native language is English, right? And the easiest languages for me to learn would be German, right? Dutch, Afrikaans, Scots, Frisian, right? And Frisian, and plenty more, right? But why is that the case? Well, all those languages are related. Yes, those languages are related. German and English are related. Even if you're an English speaker and be like, German? It doesn't sound anything like English. Well, to determine how close a language is to another, most linguists usually look at the most common words, right? Like the word I. In German, it's ich. I'm probably pronouncing it slightly wrong because I don't speak German very well. I'm learning it. And then in English, the word I is I. Or, right, the word mother, right? In German, it is Mutter. And in English, it is mother. Those sound similar, right? Or father in German is Vater. Similar, is it not? Now, why is that? Well, that is because English, German, Dutch, and all the other Germanic languages, right, come from a common ancestor being Proto-Germanic, which comes from another common ancestor being PIE, which with we share PIE with not only German, we also share it with Spanish or all the Romance languages, right? Like Spanish, French, Italian, and all the Italian dialects, which they're not dialects. You watch one of my other videos to explain that, right? And a whole bunch of other languages. But why is Chinese so hard, you may be asking? Well, shouldn't Chinese also fall under that? No. Chinese isn't part of PIE. It is part of a different language family that is outside of PIE, being Tibetan. And what about Japanese? The same. Actually, Japanese is part of its own language family, completely removed from Chinese and Korean, since it's not related to those. It just shares a lot of vocabulary words, since, trade. Now, Japanese is in the Japonic, and Korean is in the Koreac family language. But, okay, now you may be asking, what is the easiest language? Like I said before, it's pretty much any language that is related to yours, and a little added sauce, you need to hear the language very often. For me, Spanish would be really easy to learn since I live in America, and there's a lot of Spanish speakers, especially where I live, since I live right near Mexico. So, Spanish would be the easiest language for me to learn since I'm constantly hearing Spanish being spoken outside whenever I go out, right? So it is about how much resources you get, how often you hear the language, and how close is the language related to yours, right? And like I said before, Spanish and English are still technically related, not as much as English or German or English and Dutch. And other than that, yeah, that's pretty much how languages kind of are. And if you are ever interested in learning a language, start learning now. You can't go anywhere if you don't start now. So if you want to start any language, be it Japanese, Korean, Cantonese, be it Nepali, you start now. If you're able to find resources, find them. And have a good day. Dodunga. By the way, that's for my language.